Why do I like Emilia Perez? Look at the US-Mexico border and you'll see thousands of people fleeing drug cartels and crime, a tragedy that has persisted not for years but for decades. Jacques Audiard, as a true French auteur, keenly identifies the root of the issue: toxic masculinity. Not a single male politician in the magic trousers, nor the politicians in fancy Italian Brioni suits, nor even the revered Virgin of Guadalupe, has managed to resolve the rampant corruption, drug trafficking, and daily tragedies that have become the norm. But Emilia Perez, she could change everything. Emilia comes from the world of crime, but chooses a different path. She cures herself of the machismo that was never hers to begin with, finds inner wholeness, and in a poetic twist, pays the ultimate price for her redemption. As a true classicist, Audiard denies sinners a happy ending. Emilia Perez, aka Manitas, and her former wife, played by Selena Gomez, meet their end in a fiery catastrophe. The scene of a wild Mustang racing through the Mexican prairie at night, a metaphor for the lives of Mexican crime lords, perfectly encapsulates their reckless existence. When the blind lead the blind, both fall into a pit, and Audiard's finale illustrates this vividly as their car plummets off a cliff, consumed by flames. Drug barons, consumed by their passions, perish in the fire of their own making. But for Emilia, this is not just a tragic end, it's retribution for the life she led before her transition. One unforgettable moment is the cocaine dust rising into the sky after a shootout, a nearly religious image in its intensity. This scene captures the film's essence, a world both divine and damned, where hope flickers amidst chaos. Jacques Audiard's film left a profound impression on me. I find the criticisms from Mexican audiences perplexing. The world is tired of glorified crime lords. It's time to take responsibility and change the narrative. Audiard is not to blame for the country's hardships. Instead, he shines a light on them, creating a neo-realist parable akin to Cesare Zavattini's works. In this fairy tale of redemption, a former drug lord turned woman becomes a saintly figure, a sinner who lived, loved, saved, and ultimately gave her life to give others hope. A saint not of mythology but of flesh and blood. Zoe Saldana's portrayal of Rita is exceptional. She embodies an honest moral force, a tin soldier of integrity who fights for progress and change. Rita is the anchor, the one who loves Emilia Perez and becomes her true companion. After Emilia's death, it is Rita who will raise Manitas, Emilia Perez and Jesse's children, shaping them into people who might one day bring positive change to Mexico. Her character is a symbol of education and virtue, contrasting sharply with Jesse's materialism and inability to mature. Jessie, taken as a wife by Manitas at just 17, never had the chance to grow into her own person, instead playing at the dangerous games of irresponsible men. One chilling detail is the 3 fingers sent to Rita by Emilia's kidnappers, demanding ransom. The gesture recalls the Christian blessing seen in many depictions of saints. Such layered symbolism underscores the film's brilliance, connecting crime, redemption, and faith in ways that resonate deeply. It's impossible not to draw parallels to Bertrand Blier's Evening Dress, where gender boundaries blur and traditional roles are subverted. Blier's men shed their machismo and take on passive, feminine roles to understand the oppression women face under patriarchy. Similarly, Emilia Perez critiques hyper-masculine culture, showing that true change requires stepping into the shoes of the oppressed to understand their struggles and dismantle systemic violence. Jacques Audiard's irony shines through in a scene where Emilia, still in the hospital after her vaginoplasty, tearfully rejoices as she looks in the mirror and sees that her penis is gone. This poignant moment symbolizes not only her relief, but also the weight of toxic masculinity many men unknowingly carry, unable to stop themselves. Emilia's relationships, especially with Epifania, further illustrate the film's depth. Epifania, tormented and beaten by her husband, arrives at Emilia's office with a knife, a symbol of castration. This act recalls the extreme reactions of some domestic violence survivors who physically retaliate against their abusers. The fact that Epifania and Emilia end up making love is not about promoting lesbianism. It's a symbolic act where both find healing and peace. Emilia Perez is a poetic and provocative work, blending neo-realism with modern social critique. It's a story of redemption, transformation, and the enduring hope for a better future.